Hey everyone, Nick here and welcome back to NickTube, and welcome back to our Five Nights at Freddy's character concept series. So in today's video, the character I've created is known as Charlie the Chupacabra. So we'll go into this character's backstory, gameplay mechanics, and all that good stuff as well. But before doing any of that, do be sure to leave a like and subscribe to NickTube as it helps out a lot and it's greatly appreciated. And as always, I'd just like to state that everything I say in this video is linked to the overall universe and lore of FNAF. This is just a character and story that I've created, so keep that in mind and enjoy the video. But alrighty everyone, with that all out of the way, let's get into the character concept for Charlie the Chupacabra. So previously in our Five Nights at Freddy's character concept series, we've been looking into the characters of the creepy cryptid pizzeria. And like I explained in the other videos, this pizzeria is a horror-themed establishment. All the characters here are meant to scare and excite the customers who are brave enough to enter. Inside the pizzeria is a horror-themed ride that moves along a track and takes you through a series of creepy areas. And the characters that occupy these areas are Barry Bigfoot, Marty Mothman, and Wendell the Wendigo. In the beginning, everything was working fine just like always, but eventually things started to get pretty weird and creepy. The characters were becoming withered and worn and not acting like their usual selves. And unfortunately, these creepy events kept happening in the history of the pizzeria. But before we get into the other tragic events that happened, let's first meet the next creepy cryptid, Animatronic. So the next character we're introducing is known as Charlie the Chupacabra. So as his name states, Charlie is based on the mythical cryptid, the Chupacabra. The Chupacabra is a legendary, hairless, canine-like creature in American folklore. Although sometimes it's also depicted as a reptilian creature with large red eyes and multiple sharp spines on its back. The Chupacabra was first reported in Puerto Rico in 1995. It was known for hunting livestock and consuming them the same way a vampire would. It's genuinely considered a myth by scientists, with most sightings being identified as coyotes or other breeds of dog. But regardless if it's actually real or not, the Chupacabra is a creature that is steeped in mystery and legend and is feared by many people. So Charlie's design is quite similar to the older models of the animatronics back in the day. Although he has all the attributes of the fearsome Chupacabra, Charlie wasn't the scariest looking animatronic. Some of the guests even thought he was quite cute and cuddly. And it was for this reason that Charlie wasn't a part of the horror-themed ride. Instead, the pizzeria had other plans for Charlie. So while all the other animatronics were busy scaring the guests, Charlie would instead be serving all the customers. He was trained to carry pizzas over to the tables and serve the customers their food. All the guests enjoyed this special service very much. It was always great fun to see if your food would be delivered to you by a regular restaurant worker or by Charlie himself. This was a big hit with all the customers and everybody liked Charlie Chupacabra very much. It was a breath of fresh air to have a quote-unquote friendly character who wasn't trying to scare you. As time went on, Charlie accepted his role at the pizzeria. He was okay with not being the scariest character at the restaurant. At least he was making the people happy, and that's all that mattered. But eventually, Charlie started to wonder what it would be like to be truly scary. Instead of making people smile, he wanted them to scream in fear. But because of his cute and cuddly appearance, he knew that wasn't going to happen. But what if he could change his appearance? What if for once he could actually be a frightening character like all the others? Then maybe he could give some people a really good scare. Day by day, Charlie yearned to change into something creepy and scary. But as much as he wished for this new transformation, it never seemed to happen. That was until that one fateful night when everything changed. It was almost like someone or something had heard his wish. Whatever it was, it spoke to him through the darkness. It promised to change him forever and make him into a scary character. Whatever this thing was, Charlie agreed to have his wish granted. He followed its voice into the darkness and was changed forever. When the workers found Charlie in the morning, they couldn't believe their eyes. What on earth has happened to this poor animatronic? Someone must have broken in and vandalized Charlie's outer body. He was all withered and worn with multiple rips and tears all over his body. The pizzeria couldn't have him serving pizza like this. It was far too dangerous to have all of his metal endo exposed and walking around all the customers. So for now they'll have to store him in the repair room and wait for the maintenance team. But Charlie couldn't wait to show off his new frightening look, and he decided that the first person he would scare would be the night guard. So when the restaurant closed and they started their shift, Charlie would make his way to the security office. And it was there where he would give the night guard the fright of their life. So now let's get into the gameplay segment of the video. As always, the gameplay is based on the classic FNAF formula of observation and management. So Charlie's starting position would always be inside the repair room, and he'll start making his way towards the office at around 2 AM. So Charlie Chupacabra will always enter through the main entrance of the office, and as soon as the player sees him, they'll need to act quickly. Before Charlie gets any closer to the player, they'll need to ring the service bell inside the kitchen. The player can remotely access it through the keypad at their desk. They'll need to press the right sequence of buttons in order to remotely ring the bell. Once the bell is rung, Charlie will think that an order is ready and go towards the kitchen to collect it. When he returns, the player will need to do the same process all over again. And they'll need to concentrate because if they fumble and press the wrong buttons, then they'll be greeted by a classic FNAF jump scare. So I think that Charlie Chupacabra would be another great addition to our roster of characters. The Chupacabra is such an iconic cryptid that is surrounded with plenty of lore and creepy urban legends. I think that Charlie will keep the player on their toes and also make them panic. But the player needs to keep their cool if they want to make it out of here alive. Alrighty everyone, well that's all we have for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, please consider leaving a like, commenting and subscribing as it helps a lot and it's greatly appreciated. As always, do be sure to let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of Charlie the Chupacabra and what you'd like to see going forward. And lastly, as always, I just want to say a very big thank you to everyone who watched today's video. All the likes, support, comments, views, all of it really means the world to me, and I'm so glad you guys are here for our new FNAF series. And be sure to stay tuned because we have a lot more awesome stories and new franchises and characters on the way. But alrighty everyone, that's all from me, and until the next Five Nights at Freddy's character concept video, I'll catch you later, bye.